series on developing competency in English language. English is a language or one of the legacies left behind by the British. While many of them have considered it as a challenge and overcome it by acquiring competency over the English language, many are yet to overcome this fear. They consider this a Herculean task. Our series on developing competency in English language is focused on helping those who want to acquire fluency over the language. The series will cover the relevance and the need for English language in today's scenario. It will also talk to us about the barriers that we face in learning a second language, in our case English here, and will conclude with the training and practice sessions on the language acquisition in English language. Let me begin by telling you about the relevance of the English language or the need to communicate in English. English is a language that is commonly spoken by most people in the world. 1 out of 5 people can either understand English or at least speak a few words in English. English is the official language of 53 countries, and it is the language spoken as the first language by about 400 million people in the world. English is the language of science, of diplomacy, of aviation, of tourism and whatnot. It is also the language of the website, where you find most of the websites in English. It is also the language of media. You can read books if you are fluent in English and you have a good command over the language, and you therefore don't have to depend on translations. Exact flavors of the works can be read if you can read it in English. The same applies to movies and shows in English, where you don't need to rely on subtitles. English is a language that is fairly easy and quick to grasp because it is based on a single alphabet system. English is by and large the language that is used by the industry. Therefore, fluency or competency in the language will help you to be industry ready and find jobs in your mother country or outside. I would like to now focus on the barriers that hinder the learning of a second language or English in our case. Most of the native speakers do not understand the need to speak in good English, and therefore their utterances are inefficient or incorrect. Now, what is the biggest hindrance that one faces when he wants to speak in English? One of them is the mother tongue influence. Mother tongue influence is nothing but the using of structures of one language, your mother tongue, into the structures of another language, for example English. Now, when you use the structures of your mother tongue, let's say Hindi or Bengali or Tamil, into English, it doesn't work, and therefore the utterances that you make or the constructions that you make in English are faulty. Our aim is to correct these errors and lead you to speak good English and write good English. My next session will talk to you about what mother tongue is and what second language is, and how mother tongue influence can be a hindrance to acquiring English or the second language. Thank you.